Guess who's back? It's Blizzak. We're just gonna do this Deino Community Day out here in the heart of London. We're gonna be walking through or by this canal, and for the first time ever, I'm gonna be doing this Community Day with the Samsung Fold 3 with its bigger screen. So it's gonna potentially be harder to catch Pokemon, but hey, I figured let this be an experiment as well, so we can try out playing Pokemon Go on the wider screen. So let's do it. So walking by a canal. This is a canal that takes us from Camden in London all the way to King's Cross. So I'm really only interested in the shiny Deinos. That is the Pokemon that originally appear as here, as they are in the blue color, but we want to see them in a green shiny color, which is, you know, a good shiny to have because it stands out. But yeah, as always in this Community Days, just gonna chop it up with you guys, especially for you guys in the Americas who'll be playing this later on. See how you feel about this game. But let's crouch down through the canal. Okay, and let's continue. So yeah, we're looking for the green variant, which will evolve into, I believe it's a Zweilous. And then it's a, whoa, look at this, we've got everything out here. Although they're located in one place, we're still going to walk and talk. This Community Day started at 11 AM, ends in 2 PM. I started at 1 PM, so I got approximately 1 hour to play this Community Day and see what I think. But as you can see, lots of spawns for Zweilous and Deino, which is the dark dragon Pokemon. You know, I think a lot of people live out on boats over here, so very popular for the, what do you call them, boat people who live on the canal. But yeah, so about this Pokemon, the dark dragon Pokemon, to be honest, I find it quite useless because of the typing. It's doubly weak to Fairy. Of course, it's also weak to Dragon. You know, so it's not as useful as it could have been, but it does look cool. You know, basically a three-headed dragon. But yeah, playing on the Samsung Fold 3 bigger screen, it's not too difficult actually. I think there's been a few updates that have allowed it to be easier to play. So I'm playing with one hand and I've got a fairly big hand. But yeah, I'd normally play Pokemon Go with a smaller screen, with the front cover screen, because it's more narrower and it's easier to play the game with one hand. You know, your thumb can cross both sides of the screen. Again, these canals are very old, so there's a lot of crouching for taller guys. And of course, midday, North London is going to be very busy. Walking down here brings back memories, man. 10 minutes in, seeing our bloody shinies. So I like this view because it basically does like a third person type of camera view. You know, you can see the surroundings. And if it was a 360-degree video, you could manipulate it and view everywhere, all angles. So it's like 15 minutes in, still no shinies. Is this a harder spawn for shinies in this community day? But what do you think of the sights? So these are the old canals that bridge North London together. So this is the route to Camden, or from Camden to King's Cross. And of course, being a Saturday community day, there's a lot of people, but oh, this is a temporary construction work which is literally floating on the water. Awesome. So yeah, as you can see, my typical way of playing is as I catch Pokemon, I transfer them, which is obviously not a great idea because you might miss out on Pokemon with high stats, but I don't like to spend too much money in the game. You know, I don't want to be one of those Pokemon Go YouTubers who just buy everything up and use their money just so they can showcase the game. I think that's a bit of a cheat. You know, the sweet spot of these free-to-play games is that what you get is determined by how good you play the game, right? And that's how I want to keep it. So, you know, rather than buying stuff that I could get for free by walking, I'd rather go for a walk. And this is, for me, the biggest draw of this game, is the fact that it's promoting an active lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? It's allowing me to get out midday on a Saturday and come through and view beautiful scenery like this on display for you guys. No? So I don't tend to want to put too much money in. I mean, of course I have to support the, you know, Niantic and stuff like that, but, you know, I still enjoy playing the game properly. But still no shine. So as you can see by the Pokestops, this is a lot of new territory for me. So I've not really been here with Pokemon Go. Look at this beautiful scenery in the heart of London, right? But still no shinies, I'm afraid. So again, playing with the Samsung Fold 3 on its widest setting with the biggest screen. I don't typically do, but it's not that much of a challenge. I think, like I said again, there's been a few updates that have made it easier. So I think they've made the picture bigger, right? Whereas before it was almost near impossible. And a lot of you speak about the crease in the middle, which it is visible. It is visible and it is there, right? It is visible and it is there, but it doesn't intrude with how you play. You can feel it when you swipe like this, but it's not too intrusive. You know, so this is how it looks playing with one hand, with my big old hand. You know, so it's doable. So if you viewed this far, I just want to know, man, are you still playing Pokemon Go? Because like I said in previous community days, these last few years, no one's really been playing. And I understand with the whole pandemic and stuff, but, you know, I think with the pandemic, that was a greater excuse to get out and walk, you know, in the parks. You know, I know at the height of the pandemic, it was like, at least here in the UK, you only had a certain allowance for going to the gym, which was crazy to think about in retrospect. But I don't really see why people have dropped off the game. You know, maybe people just gotten bored. But again, with someone like me who's been literally raised with Pokemon since 1996, you know, this is just my thing. And again, you know, the prime reason for me continuing to play is just the ability to be able to walk like this, make contact like this, which is somewhat of a passion, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is the future of gaming, to be honest, man. The idea of working to enjoy a game is a great concept that I always back, you know, especially as someone who is active myself, comes from a sport background, comes from a fitness background. You know, I've always enjoyed the ideas of like training on a gym machine for energy, for example. You know, it's a very renewable, a very self-sustaining way to live, you know what I mean? And here we go. So this is 35 minutes in and now we catch our first shiny. So as you can see, it has that green coloration, you know, which makes it a unique shiny as opposed to having that generic kind of green sheen. It actually looks green by design. So let's check the stats, and well, you know, it's not great, but hey, it's a shiny. So let me just check around in this area if there's more shinies that's going to pop up. Oh, and here we go, another shiny. So our second shiny, and this is like 36 minutes in. So they're really piling up after the 30-minute mark. Maybe that's a thing, who knows? But perhaps it seems like standing in the same spot of a spawn is the best route for getting a shiny as opposed to moving about from location to location. So this one is still not great, but hey, it's a shiny, so we'll keep it. So yeah, that's the Deino Community Day in a nutshell. You know, a nice shiny coloration, a nice shiny team to have. But for me personally, Deino and its evolution family is not the most useful Pokemon, especially when it comes to battling. Even perhaps with regards to garden gyms, it probably isn't the best because again it has that 4 times weakness to Fairy, and it has the general weakness to dragons. You know, what else? It has a weakness to ice, has a weakness to fighting, to bug as well. You know, I think Pokemon that generally have a weakness to bug is probably a Pokemon that's gonna suffer in some regard, and I think this is one of those types of Pokemon. You know, but hey, again, it's a community day, so thanks to Niantic, you know, I got myself at least 2 shinies, and on my way back home, who knows, I might catch a few more. But yeah, that's the Deino Community Day in a nutshell. What do you think? How are you guys playing it? Where are you playing it? Did you do the special research? How did it go? What do you think of the Pokemon in general? Let us know in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And for now, it's Blizzard Go out.